Hey guys. So, while thinking back on different events that have taken place throughout my teenage years especially, it just stuns me that out of everything I wasn't murdered or something. Because, like, thinking back, I'm like, shit, if I found out that my daughter was in this kind of situation, I would freak out. Like, it's not fucking gonna happen kind of freak out. But at the time, it was like, well, fucking, I knew that I was fine, and, you know, it didn't even cross my mind for a second that I was in any danger. But there's multiple situations that have taken place where that could have easily gone the other way, and had a very different outcome. Potholes, love them. So it's just crazy, like, thinking back on all of these situations where I could have easily not lived to tell the tale. But at the time, it's just like, I don't know, I think, like, when you're a teenager, you just have, like, some sort of thing where you just feel like it's like, that shit happens to other people, it's not going to happen to me, like, you know. But not even, because you don't even think about it, because it's just not going to happen. But it does happen, and it could have happened many times. So, you know, like, there's just, I don't even know where to begin. There's just so many situations that could have turned pear-shaped. One of which was the time that me and my best friend were going to the train station. I don't remember where we were going, but we were going to take the train somewhere. And when we were walking down the ramp towards the platform, we saw a SIM card on the ground. So, of course, we picked it up and put it in our phone, and went through it, because what else are you going to do when you see a random SIM card on the ground? Keep walking? No, that's a missed adventure. So we went through and we found, like, we were looking through the, I think, like, recent calls or the address book or something. We found this phone number that was all in caps, and it said tin, and it had a whole bunch of exclamation marks. So we're like, what the fuck is this? So we called it, of course, because what else are you gonna do? And when they answered, it wasn't tin, it was someone else. And they asked if we wanted to make an appointment to see him. And we're like, appointment? And then we're like, oh, he must be a gigolo. So we agreed, and we're like, yeah, okay. So we arranged to meet at McDonald's car park in one of Melbourne's southeast's sketchier suburbs, which of course was not a consideration at all at the time, because it was also where a bunch of people eaters used to go hang out. So it was not like, now it's kind of like a dodgy, like, well, now it's worse. Back then it wasn't so bad. So we met up with them, ended up becoming friends with them, but who the fuck picks up a SIM card and fucking calls numbers from inside it and arranges to meet up with them and fucking make friends with them? Like, who the fuck does that? Could have been like some crazy fucking murderer or something. You know, so it was just like so many situations where it's just like thinking about it and like, who the fuck does that? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But at the time, nothing was fucking wrong with us. Like, I think we were just like in our own little like naive bubble where it's like that happens to other people and we're awesome, so therefore it's not going to happen to us because but yeah, so many situations like that, and now it's like makes sense that it's kind of like a bit fucking scary, but at the time it was just like not even a thought. Like, it was all fun and games until someone gets murdered, and no one got murdered, so I guess it remained fun and games. So, you know, there's been just so many crazy situations, and you know, there's been so many times where it's like we can't even tell anyone what happened because nobody's gonna fucking believe this shit, because this shit doesn't happen to normal people. Like, so, you know, it's just like, I'm scared for when my daughter's a teenager, because like my mom said, she was copying it back for the way she was to her mum, and she warned me that if I had a daughter, I would pay for what I did to her. So I'm nervous. We'll see. Anyway, see you guys.